Good morning. Happy Tuesday, February 11th, everybody. It's your boy, Patrick Allman, all chiming up on coffee. And click here anytime to view the post. Oh, chiming up on coffee. Going to talk to you about some marketing thing. It's been a minute since I've gone live. I've got some notes here I've been making all morning of some topics I want to cover for you. There really are they're kind of high level marketing things. They're not deep dive marketing things or high level marketing things, but they are, as usual, for a lot of the stuff they cover, there are things that we see people doing wrong. So I'm going to be talking about these at a very high level. Hopefully, you will not be making all three of these issues in your marketing, but if you are, it's no big deal. We are going to fix them. By the way, if you have a question, as always, there's a chat window right here, and I've got the chat box up here to my right, maybe your left. So definitely send me questions. I would appreciate the interaction. If you've got something kind of offline you want to talk about or unrelated, or I mean, it's obvious I work in this field, so if you want to inquire about anything, I put our which finger? Here we go. I put our texting number for our CRM right here. So if you have a question that you don't want to discuss publicly, or if you obviously offline, if you want to talk to us about products or services, which I'm not going to be pimping out a lot, I promise you. But that's the number right there. Forgive me if it's a little bit backwards. There, it's right there. 405-888-5980. By the way, you can't call us on that number. That's only a texting number, and I will get back to you. As a matter of fact, if you text me something when we're broadcasting right here, I'll pick it up also. But for the most part, you guys, if you are watching live, do me a favor, hop over in the chat real quick and leave a comment as to who's watching and what your name is and what field you're in. Specifically, I'd like to know where in the world that you're from, because I really get a kick out of my non-Oklahoma people chiming in. I've got plenty of Oklahomies right here, but my non-Oklahoma people. So give a thumbs up, drop a comment there, and let me know what you are doing today. And if you're a coffee or tea drinker also. Real quick, 3 topics we're going to cover today. Kind of the world of what you can do outside of the world of WordPress. I really am going to beat the fact that you guys shouldn't be settling for bad marketing tools. And then we're going to talk a little bit about marketing measurement, but all this stuff at a high level. And I really want to focus at the high level because all too often when I deal with people, you can get lost in the weeds when it comes to your marketing stuff. So hey, Heather, good to see you. So let's talk about that at a high level. But first, as always, got to really play. Somebody made this for me, and I really love to play this. So bear with me and my very, very tiny ego. I'm sorry. I absolutely love that little video. All right. Okay. So we are, and by the way, I usually go live. The length of my lives are based on how much coffee I have. So we've got about 2/3 of a cup here. And by the way, that's a kick-ass cup from Coffee and Motivation. My daughter bought me that. I absolutely love that video, that cup right there. Okay, the 3 topics we're going to talk about today are life beyond WordPress, the fact that I, over the years, have become frustrated with some marketing tools, and I'm not going to talk about any specific one. If you know me, you kind of know the one that I'm beating on these days. But specifically, I want to talk about some of the other tools on the market and how I think people sometimes are just settling for bad marketing tools. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. And then we're going to talk about marketing metrics and my opinion on that. And there are some things I want to make sure that you are doing when it comes to marketing metrics. And if you are not doing them, then I'm going to jump through the screen, wring your neck temporarily, and then we are going to fix that. Okay. First of all, over the years, there are plenty of bandwagons I've jumped on, and there's plenty of advice I've given. And I've learned throughout time that the tools I use and my thought processes will change and mature. And they'll get better. It happens. It happens to all of us. I'm not going to say I'm constantly doubting myself, but if I ever get in a conversation with somebody and they give me a different point of view when it comes to my industry, I really do try to take a deep breath, push down my ego, and listen and change my perspective on things. And one of those things that I think, if you are in the marketing world with me, one of those things that we kind of have come to accept in the marketing world is that the first thing when it comes to a new business or getting a website up for somebody or starting a marketing campaign, one of the first things that we do in the world is we say, you know what, we've got to get you up a WordPress site. Got to get up a WordPress site. You know why? Because WordPress has got a bajillion themes. We can do landing pages there. We can do a membership site there. There's just all these cool things because we've come to accept WordPress as the universal truth, the universal CMS of the world. Now, by default, it is the best CMS on the market, no doubt. Sorry for my friends that came from the Drupal and Joomla world. Drupal and Joomla just blow. I've tried to use both of them over the years, and they absolutely blow. So, let's get it out there. WordPress can do it in my sleep, and probably I have done a lot of WordPress work in my sleep. So I just want to get that out there. I love WordPress. WordPress is really great at just about, well, a few things. The best thing, obviously, is blogging, and that's why WordPress was developed. And that's what I've always tried to remember from the core is that WordPress was developed for blogging, and we, marketers, because marketers ruin everything, we've taken WordPress and we've tried to change it into this landing page platform and this membership site platform and all these other things we want WordPress to do. And you know what? We've done a good job at it. We really have. We can make WordPress do anything in the world. It's pretty damn awesome. Membership sites, landing pages, all that stuff. However, I am learning in my maturity that there is life beyond WordPress. And as I get better with my marketing and people bring us in for consulting sessions, I'm learning that WordPress is not always the best recommendation. Not that there's a better content management system. The fact that because we work in the world of lead generation and lead nurturing, that WordPress is not always the best tool for that function, if that makes sense. WordPress is great for blogging. It's decent for page building. It's decent for membership sites. It gets the job done. And it gets the job done very well because people like David Bullock have created amazing tools, and we've got membership sites out there and stuff like that. No problem there. However, it's not necessarily the best tool for lead nurturing and lead generation. Now, these days, you know, I'm a huge Ontraport fan. That's what I've moved my business to. And I'm not going to talk about that too much, but being in that world and learning from people that are just so much smarter than me have taught me that if I'm going to help someone build a business or become a thought leader or build an empire, which I'm really into, I love building empires for people, that I have to think beyond WordPress. Thanks for the like, whoever that was. And by the way, for those of you tuning in and watching live later, please chime in with your name and where you're watching from. Actually, don't have to say your name. I'm gonna know that. Chime in with where you're watching from the in the chat box there. So I'm learning that there's life beyond WordPress. And I'm not going to beat on this point too much, but if you are someone who is in the business of selling a service, we primarily work with service-based businesses or thought leadership businesses, people that are selling their knowledge or people that are selling a service or people that want to sell a course. If you are primarily in that world, your job is to get leads for your business. Leads pay the bills. How full your CRM is pays the bills. How big your email list is and your SMS list is what pays the bills. And it's what funds your retirement. I tell people all the time, with the right size email list, man, you can easily fund your retirement. That's not a problem at all. So that's your primary function as a service-based business or as a thought leader type business, is to generate leads. Filter people, gauge what people want, quiz people, gather information about people, make sure you share the relevant information with them to guide them to a solution or bring them to a value, and then bring them into your world. Bring them into your world of an email list or SMS list or Facebook group, whatever it is. As a thought leader especially, your job is to convince people that you can bring value into their lives and that you want them to come in the world. Forget the general Facebook world. Let me give you a hug. Come into my email list. Come into my SMS marketing. So if you are someone who is in that world, I want you to start thinking about life beyond WordPress. I am changing my marketing so WordPress is not the core of my marketing function because it's not the best tool to help me generate leads. It's a decent tool. It's not the best tool. I don't know what the best tool is, but the tool I like these days is that tool right there. it's Ultraport. And the reason I like it is because it handles the lead generation and the page building in a decent way. Now, before, I've also built my site in ClickFunnels. I'm not necessarily a ClickFunnels fan these days, but it's the same way. It's that your site, your homepage, and your child pages should be oriented towards getting people, educating people, and getting them into your world. So if you hire us for consulting these days, and this is what I'm doing for everyone now that's coming in days, we're using WordPress for the blog, but we're using other tools for the homepage and for the About page and for the Join My Retreat page and things like that. We're kind of going beyond WordPress. So that was point one I wanted to cover for you right there. And if you have any experience with this, please let me know in the comments. If you use WordPress for part of your world, but not all of it, let me know, because I'm kind of curious how you do it. The second point I wanted to cover is that I have people who hire us for marketing who basically make their life more complicated than it should be. And something else I've learned, again, by being around smart people, some of the people are the people in this world right here. Some of the people are the people in worlds of other tools, if you will, is that your tool set can be simpler. And marketers have not only ruined everything, we've also made things really complicated sometimes. And so if you are the kind of person who's dealing with a tool set that is really complicated, and you got to log in one place here to run your ads, and one place here to handle your SMS marketing, and another place here to design your landing pages, and someplace over here for your Facebook audience management, and someplace over here for your email list, man, you've got to stop that. There are better tools out there. I just told you about one. I'm not going to really belay it out there, but the more time we've spent in the tech tools, first of all, your marketing is more expensive. If you make your marketing stack really complex, you have to retain someone like my firm and the people that work for me to manage those tools for you. And I'm okay. I'll gladly take your money and we will do amazing things for you. If you hate the tech stuff, by all means, hire us, email me, call me, text me at that number right there. We will rock your world. However, it doesn't have to be as complex as we make it. And we're going to go through your world and we're going to make your world as easy as possible so you can focus on content creation, you can focus on content delivery, you can focus on bringing amazing value to the people that you coach, like the people that we coach, and just do amazing things there. So that's my second point, is if you think your marketing world is complex and you're getting really frustrated with it, reach out to me. We can make it easier. I don't promise I use any particular tool set. I've obviously got my favorites, but for the love of all that's holy, marketing should not be so damn hard. Okay? It's frustrating and if you agree with me, please leave a comment, but it's frustrating sometimes just the amount of time I spend clicking around, copying and pasting and trying to make things easier. It just really pisses me off sometimes. And I get it. And it's easy for me. I can do it in my sleep. I can create marketing campaigns and run Facebook ads and generate huge amount of traffic for my clients. And we do it all the time. However, we try to do it in the easiest way possible. What was the line from Ferris Bueller's Day? No, it was the line from Breakfast Club. In the most convenient terms and simplest definitions, or something like that. That's how we try to drive our marketing there. So that's point number two. The first one was there's life beyond WordPress. And the second one was that tools can be easier. The third one I have mentioned, by the way, you want to see my cool coaster my friend Jill Schiffelbein got me? Isn't that cool? Y'all gonna make me lose my wine. She's awesome. Make sure you follow her also. Unfortunately, it's way too early for wine. Well, is it really ever too early for wine? We'll never know. But it is not too early for my kick-ass coffee. The third point I want to cover for you today is marketing metrics. I'm not going to, again, I want to cover this at a high level because there are times when I do deep dives. By the way, I have a private Facebook group called Empire Builders. And if you ever want to be a part of that and get some more stuff like this, join that private Facebook group. I'll post a link in the comments later for you. So just leave a like or a comment or something. And then when I post that link, you will get notified to join that group. Got a couple thousand people in there. It's pretty awesome. Leave a comment too, whoever just dropped that like. I want to make sure I get you in that Facebook group. Okay, the third point we're going to cover, and then we're going to wrap this up. And if you have any Q&A, by all means, text me at the number on the screen right there or leave a comment right there. The third one we're going to cover right here is marketing metrics. And oftentimes, people will hire us. Again, I like to cover stuff that I see as mistakes from people that hire us. People will hire us, and they, I will ask them certain things like, what's the best converting audience, or what's the best converting landing page, or which segment of your email list buys the most, or what's the lifetime value of certain people in your email list, of your high engagers, and people really don't know. So I'm going to push you. I am going to yell at you virtually and scream at you, just as me being encouraging, that the next time that you start a new marketing campaign, or you launch a new product or service, or you do anything in the world of I'm going to do a launch, I'm going to do something cool in the world of marketing, that one of the first things you put in place is a way to measure how well things are working. And I'm talking about the entire life cycle of your marketing world. How well is it converting for me to basically get a click from a Facebook ad? How well is it converting for someone to get from my landing page into my email list? How well is someone flowing through to where I want them to go in the destination on marketing? And how well is it, what's the customer lifetime value of someone? So do me a favor, it's not hard, but put some basic metrics in place for your world of marketing. I was in a Facebook group this morning where somebody was going to A/B test something, and they weren't understanding the function of A/B testing, and how it basically should be used for them to test something. And we always implement A/B testing with the stuff that we do. We can A/B test emails, we can A/B test landing pages, we can A/B test images. And then we can test the conversion rate of all those and how much money those things make. Again, if you know anything about me, I am not afraid of money. One of the reasons I got into business is because I like generating revenue, I like generating profit for people, and I like to see people use that to do good in the world. And the more revenue you have in your business, the more choices you have, and the more good you can do in the world. And that's the core of everything I do at Stop Doing Nothing, is making sure that you have as many choices in your life as possible. So we've got coaching, we've got consulting, we've got on-site work. We've obviously can build end-to-end marketing funnels for your business. But again, that's not what I wanted to cover for you today. I want to cover the fact that, one, there's life beyond WordPress. And these days, I'm building home pages that aren't even in WordPress, and I'm converting my stuff to things outside of WordPress. But I'm still using WordPress for the blog. And I've gone back and I've looked at some of the big names in the world, and all the people that I admire, they're using a certain tool, the best tool for their home page and their about page and their services page and their contact page, and then they're using WordPress for the blog. So again, it gets back to my whole philosophy also of using the best tool for the job. WordPress is a great blogging tool. It's not necessarily a great marketing tool. Point number 2 was don't settle for crappy tools. And if you want to know the current tool that we love, click on this right here, and I will guide you through that. And also, do not start any marketing campaign without some sort of metrics of how well every single thing in that chain of marketing is working. Okay? You got it? Let me see. How much coffee do we have left? We've got, I don't know, about a fifth of it left. Do yourself a favor right now in life. If you are sitting on your butt, waiting to do something amazing, consider this a sign, this right here, a sign, stop doing nothing. Consider that a sign, that you should get off your ass today and do something amazing. Absolutely amazing. Stomp all over your fear and climb that mountain. If you want to get a hold of us, text me here. You cannot call us at this number, but you can text us at this number, and I will get back to you with any of your life and marketing questions. I love every single one of you. We will see you soon. Another Facebook Live. If you have any questions about anything I talked about, do me a favor, leave it in the comment below. Message me on Facebook. Message me at the join the Facebook group. And you can always just message me at the Stop Doing Nothing fan page. I adore every single one of you. Have a great, great Tuesday this February 11th. And let's go out there and do amazing, amazing things.